we take 2 weeks, 2 weeks off of doing the show, and
right.
the whole wrestling world and fucking shifted on the axis.
Fucking
Like
shambles.
the tribal chief is literally the only world champion in a major promotion that still has this title since the last time we were here. Nonetheless, we back, bros with opinions. It's our Jordan episode number 23.
Yes, sir.
We got some catching up to do. We got to talk about Slammiversary. We got to talk about Great American Bash. We got to talk
Yeah.
about Forbidden Door. We got to talk about what's coming up with SummerSlam. We got some segments to get to. There's a whole lot of shit going on right now. Let's talk about some of the pressing matters, the news that's going around right now. Apparently, Sheamus is the latest victim of TKO in their budget cuts, or I guess they're asking some of the talent that doesn't work as much to take a pay cut. Sheamus opted out, and he is effectively gone from WWE after 20 years.
Right.
Um,
There's no compete clause, no 90 date on this one though.
that's true. That's true. So I think now the question is, where does Sheamus pop up at? Because I know he's not done.
Right. I mean, wherever he is, he's going to be that next company's champion. So like that's almost a given. Uh I feel like he should take the Dolph route and go to TNA. I mean, the roster, like, I've always preached this, beat this drum. Like the roster is small enough, and they get enough TV time so that way everybody can get some shine in.
Yeah,
And
true.
a a big name definitely would help. I mean, obviously it would help any company, but bringing in somebody like Sheamus, it's not seen going to TNA. It doesn't seem like a downgrade, like it used to be like back in the day or something like that. Now it's just like, oh, they moving on to another company. With AEW, with that company being so large, I mean, I don't doubt that Sheamus would be able to stay in that main event picture, but it would not really. It wouldn't matter that he would. It's just he would I feel like maybe get lost in the shuffle at some point
Yeah,
because they already got guys who are like these main event guys, and they've already built themselves up and established themselves. So trying to
exactly.
find footing in that might be a little bit tougher water, but nothing that he wouldn't be able to handle.
Yeah, I feel like in like the early stages of AEW, like that would have been like a good move. But now there's so many people that they have built up since they started. They've had so many people already jump ship that they've built up. That it's not the best way to go. You got a
Yeah.
lot of people over there already that they can't even get TV time. There's so many fucking people on the roster, and you only got 2 shows.
Right.
So I mean,
And, I mean, even if it is with two companies too, they still have a lot of the Ring of Honor. They still got Ring of Honor too.
that's true. And they still aren't able to utilize everybody that they have under contract. So, um, um, also with Sheamus being gone from WWE, there's rumors of some people returning to WWE and even debuting. Zilla Fatu apparently has been down here in Orlando at the PC. Randy Orton is out here, has been out here for this past week at the PC. Um, And then there's also the rumors that Enzo and Cass may be returning to WWE in the near future.
I mean, haven't seen a lot of Big Bill lately. Brian Keith been going it alone lately. Um, he actually he has a Ring of Honor World Title match coming up. So yeah, he been going it alone. So it looks like, hey, that might happen.
Shit is possible. Also, we ain't talked about Slammiversary yet, but I want to shout out Amazing Red for getting his
Yes.
getting his TNA Hall of Fame. I guess I say nomination or the announcement that
Induction.
was Summerslam. That was dope.
Hell
Um,
yeah, because we want to talk about innovators as far as like cruiserweights and your high flyers and all of that. That's if you ask a lot of them, they got it from him.
yeah, definitely.
I would have loved to
And I,
see him in like that cruise when they did the cruiserweight classic. He would have been perfect for that.
oh yeah, there were a few people that I wish would have made their way into that, and that probably would have altered some careers at that point too. All right. That seems like a good segue to go into what happened at Slammiversary. So we had the pre-show, which was pretty interesting. You had a three-way match. Excuse me. In the knockouts division, you had Elena Black, Indy Hartwell, and you had Mara Sade. Elena Black won that match,
Hmm.
of course. And then you also had Ricky Sosa defeat Eric Young on the pre-show as well.
Yeah, we figured that much would happen. I mean, if anybody can get someone over and work a match, it's definitely Eric Young.
Yeah. Now there were a few matches on this show that were certified bangers,
Yeah,
and the match that started the show was one of those. The X Division Championship Ultimate X
smash.
match.
That's one of my favorite steps in pro wrestling. The Ultimate X match. It's so fun to watch.
Frankie Kazarian, Leon Slater, Amazing Red, Fabian. You had KC Navarro, Mr. Elegance, and the champion who ultimately retained Cedric Alexander.
Which is crazy because
This
not a lot of champions retain in a match like that.
mm-mm. This shit was insane. Like, if you did not get to watch the match, please find a way to, because there was a lot of shit done in this match that I have never seen before, and that is saying a lot considering how much wrestling I have watched.
Right.
And then, of course, after the match is when Frankie Kazarian, of course, made the announcement that Amazing Red was going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that man his
Um,
flowers.
yes. So the next match is the whole build up to the next match is a testament to what I've been saying for the last like 6 months. AJ Francis is doing incredible heel work in TNA.
Right? He's the biggest heel in the
So
company.
yeah, so AJ and Elijah, they both have like the music thing surrounding their gimmicks or whatever. So
Right.
basically, AJ Francis went on this whole like the whole storyline basically was like AJ was trying to buy Elijah's like music catalog, his likeness, and all that shit. So
He
basically,
tried to
that was
own
what.
him.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's basically what the stipulation of the match was. If Francis won, then he would have took his entire Elijah's entire music catalog and likeness. That did not happen, however, because Elijah won the match. But I just thought that was I've never seen that stipulation before in a wrestling match.
The only thing that I can think of similar is like back in WWE with that whole Shawn Michaels JBL when like Shawn Michaels was broke and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That shit was so fucking ridiculous. But this one with AJ and Elijah is way better. Way
yeah.
better.
Next we had the TNA Knockouts Championship, where you had Rosemary and Ellie against the Elegance brand, and the Elegance brand came out with the win, which I feel like that was the right call. I mean, I think Rosemary really needed to win that at all. But
Nah. I mean,
yeah,
it's already enough that she brought somebody back from the dead.
That's true. That's a whole nother storyline in itself. So like,
Bruh, it took the
need to
whole
deep,
summer to tell that story.
yeah, we need to deep dive into that before we start putting titles on you. The next match was kind of it was a little bit of a swerve. It was an open challenge by Mustafa Ali. Um, and we ended up with Rich Swan and a debuting Yuha Nation, formerly known as Apollo Crews. And he looked good out there. I ain't
Oh
gonna lie,
yeah.
he looked good.
I don't know how I feel about bald Rich Swan. I mean, when he had his dress was forked up,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
he could have went to like a fade or a little something because Leo Rush is kind of killing the skinny bald nigga kind of thing right now. Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I thought it was I thought it was Leo, and then this nigga did his little dance moves and shit, and like, oh no, that's Rich. The fuck this Rich Swan got going on? This nigga look weird as fuck. But I fuck with
I
Rich
don't
Swan
know.
though.
I feel like
I
I
got a
feel
picture
like
of me
the
and him in my phone right now.
yeah. I actually met him too. I was at a what the fuck was I at? It was a AAW indie show back in like 2019.
Right.
I was in Indiana of all places.
The fuck is
Uh,
Indiana?
so I was visiting Illinois, but you
Right.
know it's like right there.
Yeah.
We went over to the show, and it was cool. It was cool. They had like you know I can't remember what fucking venue it was at, but they had like a bar and shit over there. Like just like it was like ring seats bar. So like during the intermission, I'm at the fucking bar,
Right.
and Rich Swan just casually walks his ass out the dressing room. He's over there just fucking having drinks. He already had his match. He's just
Right.
over there casually just having drinks, fucking just chilling with everybody and shit. Like, I thought that was dope. The next match was the No Surrender match. This was from, of course, stemming from Moose being ejected from the system,
Right.
and he defeated Eddie Edwards successfully in this match.
So he finally gets his revenge on the system.
Yes,
And glad
and
he
the
got it
system,
out of his system
right? And the
because
system will have a little bit of a come up later on in the show too.
right. But I hate to skip ahead a little bit, but I was watching the recent episode of TNA. Now Moose is in a program with AJ Francis, and instead of it being the music thing like it was with Elijah, it's the football thing. So one funny point from that is like I guess I one of the dudes like little cronies or whatever that comes out with AJ Francis called Moose, and I quote, he called this man a hot dog with eyebrows. And the way that I laughed when I was watching that shit in McDonald's, I was waiting on my food and I was watching that shit. Bruh, he called this.
A hot dog with eyebrows
It was,
is
and then I'm looking at Moose
accurate.
and I'm like, he really do
That
look
shit
like.
accurate. That shit is accurate and
Oh,
hilarious, bro.
oh, I just had to say that, get that out of my system because I couldn't hold that. I've been waiting on that.
Oh shit, that's funny as fuck.
Oh,
Oh, next we will see the Knockouts World Championship, and we will see Zaya Brookside defeat Lei Ying Lee. Oh no, I'm sorry. We saw yeah. So we have a new champion there too.
yeah, she repainted.
All the world champions apparently just changing hands in the last few weeks. Then we would have a world championship, world tag team championship ladder match. You have the Hardys, you have the System, that's Myers and Bronson. You had the Righteous and the Great Hands in this match, and it would be
Right.
the Broken Hardys winning this match.
Oh shit, motherfuckers finna get deleted now.
Yeah, they beat the regular Hardys before, you know. not the broken hearted.
Nope.
And then yet another title change as Nick Nimitz cashed in his call your shot and defeated Mike Santana for the TNA World Championship.
Mike Santana
So
can't hold on to that title to save his goddamn life.
you're right. You cannot.
And I want him to because I really fuck with Mike Santana. Like even back to his like when he was in LAX with Ortiz and shit.
Yeah.
Like he always been a he always been a damn good wrestler. And he can work the mic. He's good with the he's good with the crowd. Like I want him to have a really long title reign, but goddamn, like he was one
Just
step
ain't,
forward and 5 steps back.
it just ain't working out for him right now. I don't know. But I mean, I will say this. I mean, they did manage to make him a two-time champion, like
Right.
the quick way, I guess. We'll take it. All right, now we're gonna take this moment to go into one of our weekly segments. It is top five dead or alive, and this week we are going to have a little bit different of a countdown here. This is the top five weapons. Now, when we say weapons, we aren't just talking about like your standard wrestling weapons, like a steel chair or some shit like that. These are going to be the signature weapons, the shit that people are known for using during a match, coming out with during the intro and shit like that. I'm gonna pop it off because
Go for it.
Sting is my all-time favorite, so I have to start it out
Facts.
with Sting in the back. Need I say more?
I mean, not really. I mean, the way that bat has been an impact as far as his career when he's once he became Crow Sting and not saying shit but just pointing the shit at Hogan and Hogan looked with like he just saw death. He's always drawing it back and always using it. Then when he was using it, he was swinging the fuck out of that goddamn bat.
hmm The crazy part was like a lot of times he didn't even use the motherfucker. It was just like you said, him pointing it at a motherfucker was enough.
Right.
Sometimes, like
The aura.
yeah,
Nobody wants to get hit with a baseball bat.
literally.
I'll go. If you want to talk about Steve's one, if it now this wrestler isn't necessarily one of my favorite wrestlers, although I do think he's great, but nobody can swing a goddamn guitar like J E double F, J A double R E double T.
Wait,
The guitar.
don't piss me off.
Whoo! Don't fucking
When that
piss me
nigga
off.
was in,
I know
yeah, when he was in
Beetlejuice
that
hate to
era,
see. Beetlejuice still has nightmares to this day.
when he was in that don't piss me off era, but that motherfucker was hell.
It didn't matter who you were, where you were on the card, male, female. He didn't give a damn.
He didn't care.
Everybody getting cracked with a goddamn guitar,
Yeah, I feel
and
like
the way he swung it with like such velocity. Like
yeah, yeah, he had like a major league baseball swing on that bitch. It's got to be a montage somewhere of all the guitars he broke
there
down.
is,
I'm
and
finding
they range in anywhere from like 2 to like 10 minutes. I watch all these shits whenever I'm feeling down. Whenever I feel down, this is what I go to sometimes.
bros with opinions, folks. Come to
Yeah,
us for all your therapeutical tips if you ever
you feeling
feel
sad?
down.
Watch Jeff Jarrett hit somebody over the head with a guitar. It will cheer you the fuck up.
This next one, I guess you could consider it a weapon and an accessory. It's kind of not illegal to use during the match, but it was very entertaining. Santino and the Cobra, like I don't know, bro. I don't know. That shit He's
The
the
look,
only person that could have made that shit work. Like,
the look he gets on his face when he gets ready to put that fucking. Mm, mm, mm.
he's the only one that could have made that shit work.
The fit my the bet for me, like my favorite time he see him do that Cobra, he was getting it was the Royal Rumble when it came down to him and Alberto, and he just had this look on his face. He's like, I'm so sick of this shit. I'm finna charge this shit up and I'm finna put it on your ass. I'm finna hit you with this shit. And then he hit Del Rio with it and instantly went to do the trombone and doing all that. And it got thrown the fuck out. Because he's
Yeah,
premature celebration. Can't be celebrating prematurely, folks. You get fucked up that way.
facts. We got Sula.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, this is your everyday standard weapon, but in the hands of this man, it just feels different. Edge with a steel chair.
Yes,
Like
yes,
we've seen countless wrestlers use steel chairs, and some of them are really good at swinging the. But it's like when Edge has it, it's like everybody holds their breath a little bit. Like somebody's about the concerto. When Edge, when
yeah,
he would do it with Christian, and when he would do it by himself, were
yeah. I
just
mean, I
it made
think
you. It would. It's like with a chair shot, like you can kind of like, oh, they'll be all right. But like with the concerto, it's like, is he going to be okay? I know they talk about CTE a lot.
yeah, yeah. I think like the big thing with Edge in the chair. I'm glad you threw him on here because like he's the only. There's only three people that have like become symbolic with weapons enough to where they made it a fucking match. You know what I'm saying? The
Right,
TLC, the
right,
Dudleys, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, like they they all mastered one of them individual weapons, and that shit is still carrying over to wrestling today. So
right.
they had to be out. Um, I'm gonna say, with that being said, my honorable mention, I feel like I have to mention the Dudleys and the Tables because they pretty much like revolutionized the way motherfuckers use
Can,
tables
can I
in
side?
wrestling.
Can I side to offer your tables with the Dudleys and also add Public Enemy to that
Yes, yes, yes.
because
They
they had just about the same effect with tables. Nobody
yeah,
liked the motherfuckers, but yeah,
they was
yeah,
doing
nobody.
some highly entertaining shit in WCW though.
That's true. But
But if I
it
have
seems like
to,
every company they
that's true. But if I have to put one more on this list for sure, it's got to be Triple H and the Sledgehammer
yeah,
because that's a weapon that nobody else has fucking done that. I haven't seen nobody else walking down this bitch with a fucking sledgehammer or having whoever their valet is randomly pull a sledgehammer from under the fucking ring
right.
or Monday Night Raw ending with Triple H putting somebody's blood on the fucking sledgehammer. That shit happened I don't know how many times. Um, so yeah,
He calmed
let us.
down over the years with the goddamn sledgehammer because, like, I remember one
That's
match.
true.
It was this weird. It was a tag team Hell in a Cell match, like on some random ass SmackDown, and it was like Mick Foley and Triple H versus the Undertaker and Big Show, and no, it was the Rock and Triple H, the Rock and Mick Foley. I'm sorry, and Triple H came out and swung like baseball and hit Big Show in the back of the fucking head with the sledgehammer, and you see his big ass tumbling down the fucking hill of dirt that he was on. It
Yeah,
was now he covering it up and like just hitting him with the head of that bitch. No, he was fucking swinging that bitch at one point.
mm-hmm. It's like they had to talk with him or something. Like Vince had to pull him to the side.
Can't keep
Hey,
hitting
fuck
it.
it up. Just
Then we
because
both
you're giving my daughter the hammer. doesn't mean that you can just hit everybody in the head with a fucking hammer.
Paul, you have to cut that shit out.
So
Oh,
let us know what your favorite signature weapons were from over the years if you're watching this right
because
now.
there's so many.
Yeah, we left some off. I'm pretty sure like I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna be like, I forgot about
Right. I just thought of two just sitting here.
right. Now we gotta dive back into some more of the shit that we have not had the chance to cover. And go back to Forbidden Door and the fallout of Forbidden Door. As we all know, a few days ago on Dynamite, we're not going to go too deep into that right now. The buy-in where you had Drilla Maloney defeat Daniel Garcia. We had the survival of the fittest qualifying match where we saw Maika defeat Sky Blue. And we had an AEW Women's Tag Team Championship match where Divine Dominion retained against Thunder Rosa and Olympia. And then we move on to the main thing. We
Right.
had
You want
a
to trade off on these? We go back. Want to go back and
yeah,
forth? Yeah.
for real. We had
So
a three-way tag match between the Young Bucks, Unbound Co, and the El Sky team. That would be Mystico and Mascara Dorada.
and Unbound Co is like, I guess they like the remnants of what Bullet Club was, because I don't think they're doing Bullet Club still in New Japan. But it's Shingo
Correct.
Takagi and Titan.
Yes.
That was actually
I
a
mean,
really dope match.
yeah, it was a good match. I think. Yeah, I mean, we knew the Young Bucks were winning this shit, but
Obviously.
it was a fucking banger of a match. I'm gonna let
But
you
then
take the next one.
to kind of like branch off of that, because it involves a team that was in this match later on, like, because you want to talk about the fallout from Forbidden Door. El Sky team actually goes on later on that week to win the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. So they are the current Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. I
Yes.
think they're also tag champions in CMLL. So if that's the case, they are double champions now. But the next match on the card was a, if you technical wrestling fans, this is the one. Kenny Omega, Zack Sabre Jr., and what was an absolute masterpiece, with Kenny Omega coming out on top. Bruh, they
This was the match that I was most excited for the whole show. I'm not gonna count. Right. This was the one.
like the fact that we're finally now getting this shit. Like, this shit should have happened years ago, but the timing
Yeah,
wasn't right. New Japan didn't really know what they had, and
they didn't.
but boy, oh boy, they put on an absolute show. That could have closed. That could have ended the show.
Honestly, I think a lot of the people that bought tickets to this shit, I feel like this was a lot of the people that showed up for this shit. This was what they came to see. They
Right.
did not disappoint. Moving on, the Continental Championship match. We saw John Moxley against the Ring of Honor World Champion, Adrian
Yeah.
Bandito. However, Moxley was able to return.
I
It was
like
a
how
hard match.
Bandito keeps going after these other championships without defending his.
Yeah, true
He,
that.
like, I can't remember the last time he defended the Ring of Honor World Championship. I mean, that's cool because I like Bandito, but like, I mean, I get you wanting to become a double champion, but bruh, defend your shit too.
Right. Now
You
you
are
gonna
a
win this
world
one and not
champion.
defend it?
Right, you are a world champion.
I
But
kind of get it though from a booking standpoint because I mean, with them trying to get eyes on Ring of Honor, it kind of makes sense. But still, like you
Right.
got to defend that bitch at some point.
That's yeah, he does. Um, here's a match that I was kind of looking forward to as well. Uh, the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. The match between Shota Umino and the Bastard Pac. Pac spent weeks calling out Shota Umino and cutting these really, really good promos. I mean, he's always been good on the mic, so he's cutting these promos, basically selling Shota like if I was there, you wouldn't be the champion anyway. So don't be scared. Come on, come out and put the belt on the line. And Shota Umino showed up. Shota Umino won the match, and Shota Umino now is retaining the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship.
And next, we saw. I think probably she's on that run right now, like Becky Lynch when she became the man. Like Thecla,
Yes,
the toxic spider herself, successfully defended the AEW Women's World Championship against Starlight Kid.
yeah,
Um,
you. That's a very, very good comparison that you made. Yeah, like that's the vibe that I'm getting from her.
yeah,
Oh
I
my god.
mean, at this point, anybody they put against her, like they about to get booed, bro.
Yeah, she's so good.
Yeah,
She's like an
she's so
Australia.
over right now.
She's like if Stone Cold Steve Austin was born in the Outback.
That's accurate. That's accurate. She's sitting on
Mm.
commentary talking about strippers and shit.
And then for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, Cope and Cage defend successfully retained against the Dogs, the team of Clark Connors and David Finley. I mean, there honestly, there wasn't any doubt in my mind that Cope and Cage were going to retain in this bout. I mean, considering like what they just went through with all that with FTR, um, Dave Finley and stuff. I mean, they're on AEW now, but I don't think they've gotten to that point where they should be the ones that would take the belts off of them. It's gonna have to be something else, being more with a lot more build up.
Yeah, and also, I mean, they hadn't really had. I'm trying to think. Like, was this their first or second title defense since they won the titles?
Because like I know they ran it back with FTR.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think they.
I forgot about
I don't know if they did it 2 times with FTR after that, but I know they did it at least once. So yeah, it's still kind of early. It's not
that.
enough
Yeah.
build. It wasn't
So I
enough
mean,
build up to Forbidden Door for that.
yeah. So I mean, I kind of figured they was gonna hold on to it for a little bit. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do end up taking them off of them.
Right.
This next match. So I had three matches on this shit that they had to be bangers. Looking at them on paper, like the Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre match,
Hmm.
the main event, which we'll get to in a little bit, and this match, the Owen Hart Women's Tournament Finals, Mercedes Moné and Maya World.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know who the fuck Maya World was before this match, you know now. This
Oh yeah.
was Yeah, I feel like this was a star making moment for her.
Like I saw her like as she was coming through the tournament, but were like really kind of made me go like, oh shit, she this bitch is real. Is when she beat Athena
Yeah,
like that when
yeah,
she did that. Huh? Okay,
yeah.
let's see what we okay. I'm just
And
glad that
now
wasn't a title match. I would have been even more shocked.
and now the reality sets in that we're gonna see. I mean, Thecla and Mercedes Monet at All In, right?
Hmm.
Is that what we go with this?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
No, this makes Mercedes back to back winner. She the second year in a row for her
That's true.
winning the Owen.
That's true.
And then this was the match that I was the most confused about. I was like, how the fuck are they gonna pull this off? The Death's Door 12-man steel cage match between
Hmm.
between Team Briscoe, which consisted of Mark Briscoe, the conglomeration, Konosuke Takeshita, the AEW International Champion at that time. We'll get to that in a second. And Darby Allin against Team MJF, which consisted of MJF and practically everybody in the Don Callis family.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to shortcut that. 'Cause,
uh,
uh,
if you name a
the
person in Don
cage.
Callis families, like you probably right, they were in that match. Um,
Yeah,
the first thing about it is they built a round cage. And I was like, huh, I guess that is how you can fit
yeah,
everybody in here.
yeah. We
That's
had a lot of questions about that on the last episode of how that shit was gonna look. But once
right.
I actually saw it, I was like, huh. And I just saw it actually before we started recording when I was reading up on some shit. They actually like just copyrighted the Death's Door, like the namesake in the cage. So we're probably
That's
gonna see this
smart.
shit come back.
That's what's up because like I was wondering how they were gonna do that. And this match gave you everything you want if you love if you love a fucking derby style match. Shit's being broken, people going through tables. Leo Rush showed up in a black duffel bag.
Yeah, that was crazy. That part I did not see coming. I was like, what? Why is he here?
I mean, I know we've already done it, but can we just keep giving Leo Rush his flowers for what he's doing
Absolutely,
right now? Jesus Christ.
absolutely.
I
He
haven't seen a
is.
I haven't seen a run like this since we first got Timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah,
This is fucking
honestly.
it's beautiful. And it's crossing over to different companies, like the shit he did with Shotzi.
Hmm.
Um, it's it's fucking great. This is easily the best work he's ever done. I hope this gets him more than the Ring of Honor World Television title.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those title runs where they're trying to see something. They want to see what he looks like as a champion. Period. And I feel like with what he's doing, this is just the ground level of the whole
The
character
rain,
development.
it cuts deep. Bro, have you seen people try to do interviews with him? It's the
Yeah, I have.
Jesus
Yeah,
fuck.
he will not break character, and it is great.
He scared the shit out of this. He was doing this. This little girl was doing an interview, trying to interview him, and he started. He was going into his in character and shit. Then he started letting the shit drip out of his mouth. I'm like, God damn, he's gonna traumatize this child. Leo, chill.
Full send. You better know what you signed up for. He going
Right.
full send, bro. And last but not least, the
Oh,
main event.
wait.
Oh yeah,
Before we
go
get to that, because of this win, Mark Briscoe is supposed to get an AEW title match against a MJF, but we'll get to that later on as far as like because we were going to discuss the fallout of that. So I just wanted to throw that bit in because that was also one of the well, something that was supposed to happen because of the match. Because yeah, but
yeah.
back to you, my good brother.
Oh yeah, the main event, the Owen Hart men's final, was also a fucking banger. And this was
Yes,
the other match on the card that I pointed to and said this one is going to be a banger, and it didn't disappoint. Will Ospreay beat Swerve Strickland. He's going to fucking Wembley.
and this is now making All In even slightly more common as far as like uh the world title picture is concerned because with Will winning the Owen, he's now guaranteed a title match. With
Yes.
Briscoe winning the Death Store, he gets a title match.
Yeah.
And with you wanted to jump into as far as like what happened with the with as far as the AEW world title is concerned
Yeah.
with for those of you who don't know, MJF had a match with Kenny Omega, and now Kenny Omega is the new AEW world champion. So with Kenny being the new champion, where does MJF fit in all this? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to want a rematch too. So, like, are we getting just Kenny versus Will, which I honestly think was the most likely route they'll end up taking, even though there are technically two people outside of Will Ospreay that are owed title shots.
Yeah, I mean the way they've been having the title defended, maybe Darby Allin's not a good example to use because he was defending that bitch like twice a week at one
Yeah,
point. But I think I mean it's a possibility we'll see Briscoe get his shot like before All In. Like I don't see a reason why they wouldn't just have a random title match on Dynamite. They've been doing it. They just did
right.
it.
True.
I don't know where MJF fits into that, but I can see Briscoe getting his shot before All In.
Right.
But
Because
Omega
I,
versus Osprey is money.
right. I mean, but if you, I don't know if you remember this, Will Ospreay had a match with MJF. They put on a banger for like an hour, and I think it was for the AEW World Title. So
Hmm.
like adding MJF to that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean we could have a
I
triple
mean,
threat, and that, I would be perfectly fine
right.
with that.
I wouldn't even be mad at it if they even wanted to do a fatal four way and put Mark in that shit at All
Mm-mm,
In.
at all.
No, not even a little bit. But I think, like you said, they'll probably give Mark his shot before All In. Um, but yeah, definitely adding MJF wouldn't do it because what else would he be doing?
Very true. Very true. Especially at this point. I mean, you have about a month.
Right.
Uh, so I mean,
And in this
it's a,
time, like we've already seen more than just the AEW World Title change hands. We also have a new international champion because Kyle Fletcher defeated Kanosuke, and now Kyle Fletcher is the AEW International Champion.
very true.
So it's not
But
like
yeah,
he's not like he's gonna go after that.
Forbidden Door was it was a fucking amazing show. I think once again AEW smacked WWE as far as PLEs go. I feel like I don't think Night of Champions was I don't think it was all that. I don't
Especially
think it
with
was
the
all
way it
that.
ended.
I mean, I was okay with the way it ended. I mean,
I
I
mean,
didn't.
I'm cool. Like I was cool with Sammy being the champ. I just don't like how he won that shit with a fucking victory roll, like he at a fucking Ring of Honor show or some bullshit. This
I
man
mean,
won this shit like he was trying to win the Ring of Honor television championship.
I mean, it worked. It helped with the underdog story and shit. Um, I don't really want to talk about Night of Champions in too much detail, honestly. The only thing I want to talk about, I mean, for real, the only thing I want to talk about from Night of Champions is the fact that Obafemi won King of the Ring and is not getting the title shot at SummerSlam
Why even put him in the shit in the first place? They
just to give him the accolade, I guess. But like, I
could
think
have
they're
won
gonna.
it.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna use that shit down the line somewhere. Like he's gonna get a title match at some point. It's
Right,
just like they're gonna hold that shit. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but at some point that shit gonna come up and he's gonna be like, "I am ready for my title match."
right. Like if they
Type
could, I'm
shit.
honestly like if they would this was the route that they were going to take. Why not give it to somebody who could actually use King of the Ring like Javon? Because if you were already gonna build to Oba Brock 3 at SummerSlam, somebody like Javon Evans could have actually done something with the King of the Ring accolade and took that title shot. Who knows who the challenge? I mean, Javon versus Roman. I mean, of course, Roman's going to would win that match, but it would just be more of like a gauge, like a meter to see where Javon would be as far as like, is he really main event material? Which I already believe he is. But
Yeah,
why
I
not give him?
just
Why not do that?
I feel like they booked themselves into a fucking corner with this whole shit. As soon as LA Knight lost in this fucking tournament, and I
Right.
know like I've been advocating for LA Knight for the last year, but like once he lost, I was like, who? I thought Dominic Mysterio was gonna win this motherfucker at one point. I didn't know. I thought
That
maybe
was my
somebody
pick
was
before
gonna.
the tournament. That was my
Yeah,
pick before the tournament
exactly.
started.
I thought we were gonna get Dom and Liv as the king and queen. Honestly, I thought they should have just went with that. Um,
Right.
but especially with Rhea being out, I mean, just give her the other fucking title at this point. But
Right.
like, you can't. Jay Uso did not fucking win King of the Ring. Um, it's just, and then I just knew that somehow Obafemi was facing Brock. They're not gonna glaze over the fact that this shit is in Brock's hometown and not have Obafemi facing him. So I mean, that's why I didn't think Oba was gonna win the tournament anyway, and then he did, and they still went with the fucking Oba and Brock match. So I don't know what's going on, but and then like I love Io Sky to death, but why the fuck would she face the world champion in the finals of the tournament, and then you're gonna have the same match again at SummerSlam for the title? Why was the champion in the tournament in the first place? Is my question. Um, yeah, it was just I don't know. Night of Champions just didn't make a lot of fucking sense to me. For obvious reason, Night of Champions did not make fucking sense.
Right.
Um, yeah, neither one, the king and queen of the ring situation, neither one of them made fucking sense to me.
Right. Like EO won just to pick Liv to be her again.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then like with Liv not winning it, I'm like, why the fuck was she in it in the first place? Why you ain't just
Yeah.
put? Why you couldn't let Raquel have that spot? If you wanted somebody from Judgment Day and let Roxanne
Right.
do it, like why did it have to be? I don't know. So yeah, fallout from Night of Champions. We ended up with the Vision winning the tag titles thanks to Maxine Dupree finally going heel. We finally see, something with the. I like the way they built the thing with her and Austin Theory because it started
Right.
out with just you see them talking in the background of somebody else's interview backstage, and then you just casually see them, and we don't get no explanation, and now everything's come full circle. So I do like that.
Right.
Um, then we have to talk about CM Punk. Um,
You see what my name is today, don't you?
motherfucker pulled a motherfucker pulled a goddamn
Terry Funk.
uh yeah, pulled a fucking Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, like just showed up and won that shit. Like
He did
he
that
did
shit.
that.
Yoko's doing the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah. 9 days is how long Sami Zayn was the world champion.
Everybody's screaming justice for Sammy. What about justice for the Street Profits? Damn it.
Yeah, for real. Because they have what, like I think they have like 4 or 5 title reigns right now, and none of them bitches are longer than like 100 days or some shit like that.
Except for I think like the first one.
Yeah. Let's see what else did we get as a result of the past week's events. We have a United States Championship with fur on it, so that's cool.
Baron Corbin's back.
And we got the Lone Wolf back. SmackDown is kind of popping right now. I'm not gonna lie. They got CM Punk as the
SmackDown has
champion.
been barbecuing.
They got CM Punk as the champion right now. They got Trick and Mello doing Trick and Mello shit. Baron Corbin's back. You got fucking Jade
Gunther
Cargill.
choking out Nick Aldis.
Yeah, Gunther and Nick Aldis is cooking. I feel like we're finally gonna get Nick Aldis back in a match at SummerSlam. There is nothing else for Gunther to do except face Nick Aldis. And if they're gonna put anybody who's not a part of the active roster in a match, we've learned that they will do it with Gunther. This nigga face Pat McAfee. This nigga snatched the announcers.
He fought Pat McAfee and made that shit look halfway decent.
That's what I'm saying. Gunther, the only person on the roster that just be snatching people out of random places in the arena and then having pay-per-view matches with it. This motherfucker grabbed the goddamn commentator, and choke his ass out, and now they got a match with GM. Now they gonna have a match. Next, he gonna fucking choke out Alicia Taylor or some shit. They gonna have a match. This nigga fighting the whole company. All right. Next, what we're gonna do, we're looking forward, of course, with SummerSlam on the horizon, and already booked for SummerSlam. We have Liv Morgan versus EO again. We have Obafemi and Brock inside Hell in a Cell. We have CM Punk and Cody that was just made kind of official, I guess, on SmackDown. At least the challenge is laid out.
No,
and then we have Roman. I feel like that match is going to change, but we'll get into that too. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for the world title is also happening at SummerSlam too. So, looking forward to SummerSlam, we got to get into another segment, and that is the motherfucking gauntlet. This week's gauntlet. It's on me to ask. It's on you to answer. And I'm going to keep it SummerSlam themed. I'm going to elegantly title this The GOAT of SummerSlam. So basically, there's only 3 answers. But, you got to kind of dig deep for this one. So, what I want to know, 3 answers. Who is the man with the most SummerSlam matches, period? Who is the man with the most SummerSlam victories, period? And who has main evented the most SummerSlams?
Oh God. Okay. I'll start. Let's see which one I want to start with. I think I'll start with the main events because SummerSlam has been happening since I have been alive. As long as I've been alive. It's definitely got to be somebody who's been in the company at least 20 years.
I will give you this. Only one person, one of these 3 people is still wrestling in WWE.
Okay.
The main event guy is still wrestling. He's actually competing in this year's SummerSlam.
Because I was thinking like the first person that came to when I think about the main event at SummerSlam was motherfucking Brock.
And that is correct.
Because like all of his matches have always been all his big matches, the shit with Roman Reigns where he took the fucking backhoe and lifted the ring, and Suplex City happened at SummerSlam.
The feud with Undertaker continued at SummerSlam. Yeah.
That shit.
Brock has 9 SummerSlam main events. That is the most out of anybody.
And see, most appearances. That's definitely somebody who's been there somewhere. I'm just throw a name out there as far as that goes. I don't know, Edge.
No, but close. He is in the conversation, but he did not. The person with the most SummerSlam matches has 16 SummerSlam matches all time. Yes.
Hmm. Who's had some big matches at SummerSlam? And you said when I said Edge, that's close. I'm thinking maybe a tag partner, but Edge has been tag team champions with damn near everybody. um, Randy Orton.
No.
Fuck. Who can I?
That's your first strike, though. That was your first strike.
All right, so I'm
You
thinking
don't think
other.
about it.
Wait a minute, I'm tripping. Hogan?
No.
Fuck.
You're going in the right direction, though. It's definitely a legend. It's somebody that's not actively wrestling anymore. But they
Who
are
the
still with the
fuck?
company in that capacity.
Oh, shit, I can't be tweaking that. Fucking we said his name earlier. Undertaker.
Hell yeah. Undertaker has
Say, what am I
16
doing?
SummerSlam matches. Yeah. What's crazy is you've actually named all the people. You put some of them in the wrong places. That's what's crazy. The only thing you have left is most SummerSlam victories. This person has 12 wins at SummerSlam. You
That
have
one
two
sound
strikes, so
said that one sounds like it might be Edge.
and it is. That wasn't that hard, see?
Shut up. We're
There you go.
racking my fucking brain trying to think of like all this fucking SummerSlam because I don't really fuck with SummerSlam like that because like I'm more of a Survivor Series Royal Rumble kind of pay
I'm
per view.
aware. I'm aware.
And you did this shit on purpose.
I did. I'm a SummerSlam dude, bro. This is like SummerSlam and Mania are my shit. That SummerSlam was the first pay per view I ever watched. Like, so yeah, I have a fucking. I would say I have a love hate relationship with SummerSlam. There's been some of them where I've been like, mm. But from a historical standpoint, I fuck with SummerSlam. All right, well, Q fucking he did it. He beat the gauntlet. That was probably one of the tougher ones that that was one of the tougher ones that I could not gonna lie. And now because I did that and he survived it, you already know he's gonna be on bullshit the next episode. So
I'm coming for you.
I'm already knowing. I'm already knowing. Oh man, what else is there for us to cover before we get
I
out of here?
mean, I think we
Like,
pretty much nailed everything. I mean, we covered all the new champions. Uh the new international champion, new everybody heavyweight champion. Um,
yeah.
I think we pretty much nailed it.
All right. Well, that is the Jordan episode, y'all. Again, continue to comment, subscribe, like, all that good shit. Support the page, of
Thank you for
course.
all your continued support.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, as always, I like to give the floor to my co-host to say the final words to y'all, the viewers, if you will, at this time, my concept.
So with SummerSlam approaching, it's shaping up to be a decent card. At least a couple of matches are anyway. Don't forget to hype up indie wrestling. Indie wrestling is a big thing. Leo Rush is actually coming up my way to Maine. Like Maine is a really big hotspot for indie wrestling. Um, support your local talent, go to the shows, buy the merch, take the pictures, share, comment, we'll do all the things. And never ever forget that time at WrestleMania when Isaac Hayes performed chocolate salty balls and Shane and Vince McMahon were dancing in the fucking we're dancing on pretty much dancing in the goddamn on the little section that they was in, having the time of their lives.
I
Never
forgot
forget.
about that, but thank you for reminding me of that. And on
That's what
that
I mean.
note, We are bros with the pages. We out this bitch.